Stanley steamer. Morning. So this is the first job of today, and the third floor of an apartment building, and this is where low moisture is a good system, because trying to get hoses and a portable up here, it becomes a challenge. But when you only have to grab like 3 pieces of equipment, it becomes a lot easier. So we've got this area here to do. Doesn't look too bad at all. And we're kind of a little concerned about this one, because the tenant moved out. Never even met the tenant. They pretty much booked the job online. And they said they won't be here. So with these kind of jobs, which I don't really like booking, because you just don't know what you're going to walk into, I always get the customers to pay up front, because I'll tell you why. Because a lot of these people are moving state, and once they're in another state, yeah, you might not get paid. And I don't deal with headaches. I try and avoid as much as possible that could create headaches. So it's cold today. It's 40 degrees outside. Winter is definitely on its way. So let's get started with this one first. Let's see if we can add a bit more lighting. There we go. So let's start with a good detailed vacuuming. I'm a believer in vacuuming. It's our job as a cleaner to get as much soil out of the carpet as possible. And most of the soil in a carpet is dry. So that means that we can remove it just with a good vacuuming. So let's get started with that first. Okay, that's looking a lot better. So now I'm just going to go around the edges. That's important. Let me just get the camera over here so you can see. Alright, so that's the vacuuming part done. Carpet's got a little bit of wear going on, which is common in these kind of apartments because it's not the highest quality carpet. Alright, I'm going to start with the wet process. So I'm going to start spraying the carpet down. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to apply the cleaning product as evenly as possible. But what I will do is the area that I'm going to start in, I'm going to spray that a little bit more because I want to get some moisture into the pad. So when you start with a dry pad, your first 2 strokes, you're getting the moisture into the pad. Alright, back in a moment. Products like something called dwell time, which for those that don't know, just means it needs time to sit on the carpet just to get a head start. Different products have different dwell times. Some are a couple of minutes, some are 5 minutes, some are 10 minutes, and I have some products that need to sit for an hour. So dwell time is part of the cleaning process, but it doesn't mean that you should be just standing around wasting time. Right, what you need to be doing is something else. Like for example, in this room, I started spraying in this direction, right? And then it took me a couple of minutes to get the auric out, get it in place. So by the time I start cleaning, this product has had about 5 minutes. But let's just say I were in a situation where I wanted to give it 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I'd spray the product, then I'd go to another area and start vacuuming while it's doing its dwell time. So dwell time isn't a waste of time. It's an important part of the process. So let's get started. Okay, so this is done. For a rental, this is a pretty nice looking carpet. I do some rentals, and the carpets are, which probably should have been changed 10 years ago. But this one's not too bad. There's some wear here, and there's something going on here. This is from an installation. They accidentally cut it the wrong way and just tucked it back in. Yeah, so this gives you an idea of how much money they spent on the installation process. Not a lot. So let's go to the next room. This is one of the reasons why every carpet gets vacuumed. This is full of soil all the way up to here. And that carpet looked like not too dirty, but all this was hiding in the carpet. Now, imagine if I didn't vacuum and I added water to this. This is going to turn straight into mud, right? And the end results of the cleaning will not be as good. This is one of the reasons why I insist that you cleaners vacuum every job, because you're not going to get good results if this is still in the carpet. And it only takes 5 minutes. And if you really want to do a good job vacuuming, it's 10 minutes. But the end results blow the customers away. And you want repeat clients. You want a good reputation. Right, so for 10 minutes, it's worth it. Remember, when you're vacuuming, take your time. You're not wasting your time, because the slower you go, the more you're going to get out. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense to you, because you know, the goal is to get the carpet clean, and rushing around and racing won't get that done. Okay, so I'm going to do the edging off camera just to save a bit of time, but you get the idea. And then let's have a look at the canister real quick. This one wasn't as bad, but still, that's a lot of soil to be left behind. Because when you do low moisture cleaning, yeah, it's difficult to extract this kind of stuff with a bonnet. All we want to be extracting with the bonnet is just any sticky residue that's left on the carpet. That's all we're going to be extracting. So the vacuuming is important. This is where most of the soil is, right here. So also, you see these, let's see if I can get it on the camera. Some little indents in the carpet. Now, that's probably where the bed was. Now, because this is a real soft pile, I can probably use my edging tool and just dig that out. We'll see what happens. Let's just see if we can get these little indentations in the carpet. So you're going to put your suction on full here. And also when you're doing the edges, I always put the suction on full. Let's see. Yep, that did the trick. That did the trick. Got a couple more here, which I'll do off camera. When the carpet's really soft, when it's a nice fluffy fibre, yeah, sometimes you can just vacuum out the indentations. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes, but end of the day, it makes a happy customer. That's what's most important. So I sprayed these carpets about 10 minutes ago. I took the vacuum cleaner back down to the van, so this carpet got dwell time. It didn't cost me any time. Let me take the mask off, then you can hear what I'm saying. We're still in the COVID situation, so whenever you're in public places, I had to put a mask on because people ask questions otherwise. And there's a lot of places where, you know, they just prefer to wear a mask if you're in a hallway or in a public area inside. Not a big deal. Anyway, let's get started with this buffing process. Okay, that's the closet done. Don't forget your closets. Let's get this camera over here and make our way out. Okay. I really don't want to go back in and step on the carpet because something I hate is footprints. Everything came out really nice, and obviously if this dries it'll look even better. So let's go over, see this living area, and this is what we did maybe 30 minutes ago, and as you can see it's just looking really nice. This is my trademark, these lines. I really want everybody to be like, oh, I know who did that job. Now if you guys want to rake your carpets, that's good. It's a good thing to do. You can put like triangles in there. That always looks nice too. But if you clean the way I clean and don't walk over what you've done, you'll get these really nice lines. And it's going to be pretty obvious to the landlord that this has been cleaned. Let me see if I can cover this up. So this is the receipt. I actually pinned it to the fridge. So I'm going to wrap everything up, and I'm just going to give you guys a little tip. Just be careful when you go on some of these groups, because the people that are running them don't have a clue about what they're telling you. So you can get some real bad information that can set you back a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of reputation. It can set you back. So when people are telling you how to clean things, get a second opinion. Do a bit more research. Just don't take it for granted that, you know, some people on these groups know what they're talking about, because from my own experience, some of the information is really bad, and it can cost you a lot of money. So just be careful, guys, and good luck with everything, and see you in the next one. Well, Cynthia likes to see the pads afterwards. Unfortunately on this job, the pad still looks really, well, not soiled like I know some people like to see a really soiled pad. But because I do the vacuuming, I get a lot less soil. This, if I didn't vacuum, this pad would be black, because all this here, this is what I pulled out of the vacuum cleaner, all this would turn to mud, and this would end up in this, and still probably be in this. So it's important to get this stuff out first before you apply any moisture to the carpet. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. That's where Stanley Steamer were parked. They arrived after me and left before me. That's the apartment. And all the carpets in this apartment, all the layouts are the same. So basically, I've seen receipts from Stanley Steamer in the past, and they have the times on them. And I've seen receipts where they've arrived and left in 10 minutes. That's including setup time, breaking down the equipment. How the hell anybody can clean in 10 minutes is beyond me. But their business design is based on quantity, so they're going to just knock out as much as possible in a day. Like my business model is based on quality, and I really believe that quality is the way to go. Stanley Steamer, they're just like a big marketing company, and they really don't care too much about repeat clients. They just care about knocking as many jobs out as possible and getting as much money out of 2 guys in a day. Anyway, I thought I'd just talk about that for a bit. See you in the next one.